soon or later, whichever one you think would be the better choice.
If you want to try some
Wait,
viewers,
is
probably
Gina
when
in
we
chat right now.
Yeah, Gina's in chat.
I'd
By
say
the way,
when we
thank
move
you
on
for
to
stopping by,
T2s.
Gina.
I'd say when we move on to the T2s, because that's the exciting stuff.
I think. Should I take the time to thank Gina and stuff for the keyboard and mouse they sent me way back when?
I think you can do
you
that.
won the one contest.
Yeah.
Is Nightblade streaming? I don't think he is now, but he will be streaming at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern. So tomorrow morning, early.
True.
He'll be up bright and early, and he'll be super grumpy, so make sure to ask lots of questions.
Right?
Hey Graham, go fuck yourself, bro. This isn't a family show.
It's not a family game.
Nope,
I think
nope,
that's
this
okay.
is... fair warning, this is not going to be a family-friendly stream. F-bombs will be dropped. Yes, Gina,
And
that's
we already
Nightblade.
got that furry in the chat there, so.
I mean, M-rated game, internet. I don't see a problem.
Well, it is a mature rated game, so.
Exactly.
Destro staff, thirst for blood. Let us slay.
Balls. I don't think you're gonna get much blood out of that. You're just gonna get ash. Lots
Okay,
of
well, that's
ash.
true.
How many
Hey.
emotes are total in the game? There are a lot of emotes in the game.
lot.
It's over 100.
Yeah, it's
Benny,
a bunch.
are you melee, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so pay attention to lightning, synergy.
Our group is super balanced.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going. Look at the shit. We have a mega balanced group. I'm scared.
All right,
Try
I
hard
can
mode
start doing
activated.
questions. Best melee DPS class. Probably the Dragon Knight, because they're broken.
Nah,
Half
Nightblade.
broken.
Nightblades are good.
Melee? It's like the only thing Nightblade is good at.
Arguably good at.
Yeah, I'll go with arguably.
Centauri is the best for Nightblades.
Wonder how well the AoE Nightblade build that's like focused on Drain Power and Veil of Blaze does in PvE.
Not sure. Sorry, make sure if you see Gina say anything like to me, you let me know. I was not watching very closely now.
He has to like focus on healing me,
Yep.
kind of do things.
You guys are making this look way too easy.
It's because we're
'Cause it
big
is
ballers.
easy.
Your job is to read questions.
People are gonna get rolled in this stuff.
Yeah, they probably will. They're gonna be like, charge! ER did it!
Right? Yeah. At this point, we are over leveled for it, but this is like the first tier. Oh yeah, you didn't want me.
slightly. Okay, so this boss, well, I guess we're going in. He has a couple of ads. He'll do a thing where lots of fire gets put on the ground while I let everyone
May or
die.
may not see.
And I'm not gonna respond to it.
And Jeff sucks.
Jeff gets destroyed. Alright.
You don't need to announce when Jeff sucks. That's just kind of assumed.
Alright, this is the fire thing.
Yeah, this is the fire thing. I'm just rezzing during it because I don't give a shit.
I give a shit.
I got you, I got you. No faith, guys.
Well, I have faith in Dragon Blood because it healed me for 700.
Hey, I can heal for 700 too.
Okay. So here's an idea how dumb Spell Reflect is. I got hit for 254, I reflect it for 1,000.
That's pretty OP.
That's how dumb Mage's Fury is.
You know, I'm not sure. So, somebody's asking about overload and why it's shooting for the top. I don't think that's intended.
Yeah, it's a bug. It doesn't go the right
It's still
direction.
awesome, though.
It is pretty awesome.
Just channeling lightning from the sky. Like conduit for 3757. That's pretty good.
Sorcerers is the master class. Just shoot their ultimate straight up in the air because they'll kill people without it. It's a show of strength. Really.
Okay, so don't go
Right.
on this boss. Hang up. This boss
Okay.
is a big Daedroth. He puts fire on the ground.
He's looking at me already.
Oh yeah, apparently he puts fire on the ground and then he is he
Okay.
actually? Oh yeah, he's coming.
Oh, he's
And
looking
he,
that way.
the fire stays, so you kind of have a DPS race to kill him before anything really bad happens.
Right, magic is fucked. I have to try.
Oh god!
Stand in the
The
fire.
visual effect.
I was
think
casting a
questions
slow
about
heal.
overload there. The visual effect doesn't get bigger at 50, but if you morph the skill to have a bigger AOE, it gets bigger. And yeah, like we just said,
I heard
that's
if you
a
rub
bump
it,
where
it gets
shoots
bigger
to the
too.
ceiling.
Benny!
Benny!
Fire.
Called by the flame.
Everyone, this is how to stand in the fire. Benny is doing a tutorial.
Yeah, and it's okay to have your Nightblade stand at the fire because they're not really worth having.
No, it's
anyway.
not.
So basically this guy just randomly turns towards people and breathes fire on them, and it will fuck their world up. And he
Really?
keeps dropping the fire, so...
Put the master skill on there.
I got it, let's do this. I'm spamming you the big damage numbers.
Got my crit potion going. Oh, 1097 crystal frag, another
Whoops.
1097.
As you can see, dragons are confirmed for ESO. This is the good example of one that was born without wings.
Yes.
This is a giant crocodile.
He is a giant crocodile,
It breathes
actually.
fire. I mean, that's
It's a
basically
giant
what a
fire-breathing
dragon is.
crocodile, as confirmed by the rare.
Benny, get out of the fire! I am not gonna insta-heal you every time you do that.
Like turns and casts. You have like forever.
Get out of the fire, Benny, Jesus Christ.
I'm not in the fire.
You were for a second there.
That sandwich press.
Alright, Erlex, put it up again.
Go now.
I'm good.
Please just take care of
Guy's
yourself.
breathing.
I don't really know what a were-crocodile is, but I'm pretty sure that would be something they have in Florida.
It's what they have instead of werewolf.
It's probably the product of inbreeding as well.
Probably.
So, loot in veteran dungeons works much like it does in normal dungeons. It's pretty much instant to the individual player.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
better.
And, yeah, it sucks less.
Also, there are two different kinds of drops that are available. There'll be like the regular BOE drop, but there will also be a chance that you get a bound item that's part of a set.
Those are the ones that don't suck.
Actually, the BOE drops are pretty good too.
If people are
Getting
curious,
ready to execute him.
if people are curious, I'm actually blowing a lot of potions during this. That's why I'm able to DPS like I am.
Alright, Benny, go.
Just because these guys drop
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
flip
potions,
him
so...
as soon as... Okay, I'm flipping. I am stunned in fire. This is bad.
Gotcha. And he's down.
No, I'm
And
not actually
here's a
familiar
good
with
example
how
of
CUO's,
loot.
Loot system work.
Oh, nice. You get the staff.
Yep.
Glad you're
Step.
looking forward to killing Mork Takinda. We were killing him a lot last night, actually.
What, Mork?
It was fun, but
Oh,
there
I'm
wasn't
behind.
any reward due
Coming
to
up.
the lack of challenge.
Look at the switch already.
There is aggro. It's a little bit different in this game than in other ones. And did the stream just drop?
Shouldn't have.
Oh no, it's back. Yeah. Basically, you can't really expect to hold AoE aggro. It's not that easy to do with the tank, but you should be able to hold aggro over one or two of the bigger mobs that you're supposed to be doing with the taunt abilities.
Yeah, I'd say you could handle
not
3 or
mindless
4
like Overwatch
pretty...
2.
3 or 4 is pretty reliable to hang on to. When you get much more than that, it's gonna be pretty hard. Plus, you probably wouldn't want to.
It's 3 or 4. It's really hard to do 3 or 4. It's a bit.
Okay, this is more of a mini boss here. Really, all he does is like a little like spinning attack.
And
Not
a
really
power
anything.
attack.
Yeah, and a power
And
attack.
get destroyed.
The healing staff is viable, and especially if that's a healing staff on a Templar, but I think what you mean is a healing staff on another class, and you could make that work, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually using mostly resto staff heals here. My 2 and 3 ability are sort of my bread and butter, and those are both resto staff abilities, Grand Healing and Regenerate.
Healing Spring Mutagen.
Yeah, my 4 is a really slow cast, but it's really strong, and you kind of move slower when you're casting it, but it is really, really strong. My
So
5
now,
is sort of my instant heal that really like is what saves some lives, and that is a Templar ability.
Yeah, there isn't really a burst heal for non-Templars, although the bubble heal kind of works that way. Blessing of Protection, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that. Oh shit! Why did everyone just die?
No,
Grouping
Templars
stuff up.
definitely aren't going to be pigeonholed as healers. Although you should probably have a heal on your bar as a Templar, regardless of your role.
Yeah,
stuff up, bro.
yeah, it's a good idea to have a heal. But
Oh, I
it would-
almost ran into stuff with the Clan Fear.
oh shit!
Oh, Clan Fear.
You also asked how is veteran soloing, which I guess you mean the questing?
Hard.
In 50++, yeah.
I think Phasey is.
Oh, fuck me. I got hit. Well, here is a good example, everyone, of how to die to the tail whip of a Clan Fear. It's very easy to avoid, but if you get hit by it, it kills you. There's no surviving. It just kills you.
Very quickly. So,
That,
yeah,
that is what
veteran
we call a
questing-
one-shot.
A VR1 questing isn't too bad. I was
Hold
doing.
up, I'm out of mana. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
it's once you get to about VR 3 is probably where it picks up when you get the packs of 3 mobs at once. That's kind of a bitch.
VR3 is okay.
Well, you're a
Depending on
Dragon
your-
Knight, and they're
Yeah.
broken.
Alright,
But
6
every other class, especially sorcerers,
6 was where it was starting to
have
get
quite a bit
challenging.
trouble.
I'm getting destroyed at 7.
Don't make fun of me, Gina. That's not nice.
What'd Gina
What'd you
say?
say?
She said, nice
Calling me
job.
fun for standing in the thing.
I was moving out. I just was a little bit slow. I was trying to read chat at the same time.
So for this boss, she has a couple enemy balls that like bounce around the room, and then occasionally she'll like put into them and spawn a whole bunch of Daedra out of them.
Yeah,
And then you just
it starts out with imps, and then it moves on to Twilight. What are those things called? Twilight,
Winged Twilights.
Yeah.
Winged Twilights, and then it's Clan Fears.
Whoops.
There's a good question. Do you guys craft your own armor, or do you use only drop?
Both. We
Uh,
actually
both.
all have both. Yeah, I'd say every one of us has a little bit of both.
Yeah, I'm using fully crafted armor right now because I can control the set bonuses
Yeah,
better, but
mostly
I also
crafted
haven't
as
gotten
well.
as far as you guys. If you want to be more melee DPS, are you better off as a Sork or a DK? They're
Either.
good
Either.
options
Both are
for
good.
both. If you only, if
This
you never
shit.
want to be ranged, maybe DK would be good for you.
I'll
but
get the next pack with
sorcerers
multi.
can be melee DPS as well.
Yeah, and as sort of a
Probably be dead.
yeah, sort of a maybe not. As sort of a strategy for this boss, we tend to use an ultimate on each wave, and it sort of makes it more manageable. Like Phases just used his Dragon Knight standard, and on this pack I will use my Nova.
I have no idea what is your crafting setup. Could you rephrase the question?
And here she'll probably die.
Oh yeah, she'll definitely be dead before the next wave. This isn't our fastest kill.
No, it's not at all.
Oh hey, I got a
Firetooth.
fire tooth.
Yep, got a Fire Tooth.
The most common drop ever.
Yeah, she likes to drop Fire Tooths.
Yeah, the more for backlash heal that drops a node that heals is an AoE heal for friendlies.
Yes, but it's on the
And
ground,
yourself.
and it's kind of small, so I don't find it as useful in this sort of
Yeah.
situation. I find it more
Powerful
useful.
Light is a really good form as well. So I find it very, very hard to take the heal one.
Yeah, the other. Oh shit! How did everyone just die?
Erlec's not paying attention.
No, I think you guys got hit like for one shot. You're really high on health.
Yeah, I get it.
Nightblade, I'm supposed to tell you to chug more pots. Morcold says you're
What?
really good at shoving things in your mouth, so you should
Oh,
be
that
doing that.
motherfucker.
He didn't actually say that, I added that, but it seemed good.
Seems normal.
It sounded like something
It
you
seems
would
like a
say.
more cool thing to say.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I should be sure to mention is that we've done this before a lot of times. So, you know, this isn't our first run through and we're just like laughing at it. We just know
Our
exactly what to
first- Our
do.
fastest run through was 16 minutes.
Okay, let me hit a few questions really quickly. I sure hope Imperial can use healing. Yes, obviously. Every race, every class can use every weapon, and all of those abilities.
Oh, let me interrupt
Can
you real quick.
solo
We got a
ESO
boss.
and do quests without PvP, or will you always encounter other players in your quests? There will never be enemy players while you're questing unless you're in Cyrodiil. So, yeah, it's very easy to avoid PvP if that's your thing. How would you rate the AI of mobs or bosses? I
good.
really don't think it's anything groundbreaking, honestly. They behave slightly differently. You know, the aggro is a little bit harder to predict, and they use synergies. But I don't really find that to be game changing to me. They're fairly predictable in what they do. It's not bad AI. You know, I don't sit here and go, "Wow, this is terrible," but I don't think it's revolutionarily good.
So sad. Can't push enemies around anymore because it's hit click.
Purple items are not the best drop-wise. There's also a legendary above that, which is
You
yellow.
can't get those as drops though.
Oh, okay. So purple
Yep.
is the best.
That we
drop-wise,
know
but
of.
It's not the best type of gear.
Yeah, that we know of,
Yes,
you
it's
can't
true.
get those.
Is the Nightblade effectively useless for group play? Yes.
No,
Maybe.
it's not.
As you can
No,
see.
it's not.
Wow.
That's this.
We have a Nightblade in our group right now, and can you guys kill those damn orbs?
I have a reputation.
I'm killing orb. think I'm doing-
Nightblades have the best single target DPS, and that's kind of what they bring. You know what? If you watch a Tropo's stream earlier, I was playing with him at low level stuff, and you could see it's just like two-shotting waves of mobs with synergies. They don't really have anything to offer like that. Their utility is kind of low, but they do really good single target damage. So it's I don't think they bring as much to a group as other classes, but you know I wouldn't turn a Nightblade down probably.
Yeah, just so you guys know what was going on with this boss, it was two bitches that put a shield on one another, and you can only attack one at a time, and they do a lot of stuff you have to interrupt, because it's like an AoE sort of nuke, and you just sort of go back and forth between the two, and they also summon some... dropping ulti. They also summon some little feasts that are little, like, really low HP mobs that walk towards the boss really slowly, and when they make it to the boss, it heals the boss. But if you kill them before it gets there, it heals you. So, as a
So-
healer, I was running around just killing those as much as possible.
More questions. Is it common for healers to DPS on high-end bosses and raids? I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
It's not gonna be.
Challenge mode?
It's not gonna be like
usually
DPSing.
more-
It's gonna
yeah,
be.
It's more your light heavy attacks because you're just not meant to be able to spam abilities constantly in this
Broken
game.
point. I need someone else
But-
to use it.
Yeah, it's pretty common. In your opinion, what would be a good combo for
think
a
it's
guy
broken
that
for me,
likes
too.
to use bows,
Fuck.
class
Same here.
race, and
Jeff?
or are bows
What?
not that great?
I need to
bows
try
are
interacting
great,
with it.
and you can pretty much use any class race combination. You know, Khajiit have broken racials for physical DPS, so
I
they're
can
so
interact with
overpowered that they would be a great choice if you're really looking for
Is
that
anyone
kind of
doing
thing.
class?
If you're a massive pussy, a bow sorcerer is good. If not, Templar, Nightblade have good options as well. I'm not a big fan of the Dragon Knight bow users because they don't have much to add for ranged themselves. That's how I'd round that up.
There are good things about Nightblade bow users, such as
Well-
Mark Target, and apparently this quest or this boss is bugged. You're supposed to be able to use this thing and summon the boss, and every now and then he just won't summon. So we're gonna.
Does anyone have the quest?
No, I think we
Okay.
already all finished it.
How viable is
Yay!
Templar tanking?
AD
Are they more
Emperor.
sorted towards healing and DPS? Templar tanking is very viable. They have the highest block rating in the game through passives,
Yep.
which is pretty nice. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong. You know, as the developers have said constantly, any class can perform any role, and that's true, except for Nightblades in that role being group play.
Hey, sorry. Just want to let you know
Got
that
it!
piece of shit
Yeah!
just got the
Yeah,
votes, bro.
success!
I'll
Oh.
take
Got what?
Dominion forever.
Okay, it's
Oh,
cool. We
good.
summoned the boss. Sweet.
Well, you know, I mean, the other guy was exploiting. I'm all for you guys taking it away from him. I'm glad he didn't get to enjoy it.
Right.
You got to enjoy it for a little
Challenge
bit.
mode?
Sure.
Okay, guys. So this boss, don't pull it. He has an achievement that's special. He's the last boss, and all last bosses in veteran dungeons have a special achievement. And the achievement is, and yes, those are Big Macs on my bed. No, actually they're chicken wings. But besides that, this boss has a debuff he puts on players that does damage, and you can run over to these places over here, the red and the blue one, and it will cleanse it. But if you don't cleanse the debuff any during the fight, you're going to take a shit ton of damage, but you'll get the achievement if you kill him. So we're going to try it. He also summons a Daedroth during the fight, and he summons feasts that you have to kill.
I'm gonna stack up on damage skills real quick.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So,
Back to
also during
questions.
this fight, I'll demonstrate werewolf transformation and how useful it is during a fight.
I'll,
Yeah, especially if you're a Nightblade and don't have a useful.
damn. Blow Warhorn as soon as we start.
Whenever you're ready, Phases.
I'm mostly just here to.
I
build
am
it back.
trying to remember what. Oh, that's what that's good.
Sorry, you're a dick, bro.
Okay, so what is the best class for sustained mass AoE and PvP? There isn't anything like, say, a Bright Wizard. You just really can't build anything to fulfill
So the answer to
role.
that is Destruction Staff.
Yeah, Destruction Staff would be the goal.
I would kind of lean towards a Dragon Knight with the Destruction Staff, kind of doing impulse and
Sork with
talons.
Destro
The-
Staff. Lightning
It's
Splash
Sork,
does
yeah.
pretty good.
Lightning Splash
Lightning
isn't
Slash
bad.
is good as well. Yeah, both of those. I think those would be the two options. Two of those together, using each other's synergy, would be disgusting.
Yeah, and just to
yeah.
add to it, a Templar giving his AoE debuff that also gives a buff to damage. Synergy.
Alright, boss doesn't hit that hard, so I'm not running a taunt.
You should probably run a taunt.
He hits for 200.
Yeah, but
Potions
he hits for
aren't
200 on
really
you.
Potions aren't too hard to make,
Yeah.
but the reason people are
Everyone else
really
is in-
abusing potions right now. By the way, you also get lots of potions as drops, but people are abusing them
I-
right now because Magicka regen is completely broken and there's no other way to do content.
Fine, I'll switch out.
Magicka potions though are like really, like if you
That.
kill bosses and you don't die to them, you can use like 5 potions on a boss and still gain potions because they drop like 5 almost every time.
Okay,
Okay,
I
I'm good.
don't understand this
Go on.
question, but in terms of casting times, do sorcerers ever get abilities that don't have a high casting time? Sorcerers only have like one ability with a casting time, so I guess if you only played one for 30 seconds, you would, and that was the only one you got, that would be your experience.
Well, if you mean
but-
like no animation delay, almost that works almost like a GCD. You know, like everyone has that. Like if I'm spamming my mutagen right now, there's a delay on how fast I can cast it. Not really long delay, but
Alright.
there is a delay.
I mean, yeah, and,
Okay.
and even the one with the cast time, if you
Wanna go
morph it, there's a
Wanna go?
chance to
Go,
proc
Faces,
if you
go.
don't cast one.
Alright, I'm going. Are we doing the achievement? Alright.
Yep. So the
Yes.
achievement.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's see. 200. 200.
Okay, here's an
I'm
example
going
of
up.
someone getting the debuff right there.
Did you get it?
I don't think so.
And- You did?
no, I don't think I did.
Yeah, I don't think he got the debuff even though he was supposed to.
How long do you need to
Jeff,
level
you're on
up to
ads.
10 or so? Has anybody done that since they changed the new starting experience?
It's not very
kinda-
long.
I did.
What
the
do you
damage
think,
is
Matt?
from
bad,
the
but I
fire?
still recommend going back to Canarthi's Ruse. It makes it much easier.
Yeah, I have done the new starting experience as well. I went
Jeff,
through
you're on
and
ads.
I
Don't
only
miss 'em.
did the
I
bare
just
minimum
got
I
up
could
again.
do to get the sky shards, and kind of breezed my way through. And even
Okay,
then,
I
I
got
was
debuffed
pretty
now.
over leveled to the starting content. Again, it's kind of strange how they've got it set up right now. As far as getting to level 10, I don't know, 4 hours maybe. And yeah, max levels 15. There are 10 veteran rank levels, and I expect. To
I don't
see
know if we're gonna be able to do
veteran
this with the
levels
debuffed
raised
regen.
as new content comes out.
Yeah, I don't
The
know if we're
what?
gonna be able to do this with the nerfed regen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
At Urlex, why is it so damn laggy in Cyrodiil? Answer, because you're playing in a stress test.
That'd be the answer.
That sounds like a good answer.
Yeah, Jeff, if you want heals, you better find your way to the heals, cause
Yeah, it's
They're-
not really
they're tight
laggy
right
on the
now.
PTS. If you're playing in the weekend betas, remember that it is a stress test. You're not doing the actual test for content, so you should expect it to be laggy and just a general pain in the ass.
Where did he bugger off to? Really? Alright.
oh, I'm dead. If someone doesn't heal me, I'm dead.
Is Tamriel Foundry writing any articles about
Dead.
PvP? I assume we are. I don't know if there's one in the works immediately.
Okay.
And are
Yeah,
we
I'm
going to
gonna
see
die.
a Nightblade clash
I got you,
in
Alex.
the future? Yes, I believe Benefactor, who's in here, is working on a Nightblade class impressions because he's the only one that likes them.
I've actually sent it off to Andrew for approval.
Oh wow!
Okay, so then I
I'm
played
still
already
immune to
DPS,
damage,
so-
and he picks me up. I can't even cast
Alright,
yet,
I-
and he picks me up.
I'm gonna wipe it.
Okay, so there is what happens when the game is a little bit buggy right now, and regen is nerfed, and we got shit on. So now we will actually do it the normal way and not try to do the achievement, because it's too hard right now, to be perfectly honest.
Azazel, I know it may look like Benefactor is playing, but it's really hard to tell because Nightblade brings so little to the group when they're playing or when they're just sitting there.
Nightblades actually bring a lot to a group, even no matter what he says.
Yeah, sorry, don't troll people too much. You're gonna have people like thinking that the class is like the worst thing ever and no one's gonna play it.
Yeah, it's you will enjoy a Nightblade if you have your heart set on it. They have a fun playstyle, but they don't really have the utility or range that the other classes do.
Are adventure zones outdoor public zones or instanced? Well, I would tell you if I could. But I can't.
The cheesiest
You'll
answer.
find out soon.
Yeah, you'll
Alright,
find
here we
out
go
sometime in the next, I don't know, 6 months.
Going 3, 2, 1 now.
Well, it's the first patch after.
Maybe.
Kick him.
Who just got kicked?
I don't know.
Sorry, got kicked from the chat from the server. I don't know why.
I don't know who kicked him.
Okay, I did not get debuffed.
User was moved to your channel.
Bastards.
I don't know who kicked you.
Let's see, I heard Nightblade's probably the most fun class, even if it's not the best. You know, I enjoy Nightblades. Don't get me wrong. I really like their toolkit, even though they don't have that much with them. I probably have, they're probably the class I have the second most experience with. They are a fun class, especially if you play them. I guess there are two ways to really play a Nightblade. You've got the magic user type Nightblade that, can really heal themselves a lot.
More like a warlock.
Yeah, kind of warlocky. And then if you really want to be blowing people up, that's what Benefactor does, which is the stamina user Nightblade. And you kind of lose that self-healing that you want, but you can still avoid damage pretty well. And you'll have a really high single target. As for if they're the most fun, really that's incredibly subjective. I think as far as like the satisfyingness of animations in a toolkit goes, Sorcerer is probably the most fun class, but you have to be willing to play in kind of specific ways because of their lack of health sustain.
Sorcerers have plenty of health sustain. You just have to build for crit.
Well, yeah, they have one build they can do that's a physical build. It's not really what people expect.
And that was Volt Escape.
I mean, if you're playing a rogue ganker, you're probably not that interested in group play anyway, so a Nightblade would probably be the best for that. But, if you want to rule out Nightblade, Sorcerer. Sorcerers can blow people up pretty well too.
Oh, yeah, they can look really good. There's a couple swaps on the PTS that are.
integration.
Is it not hitting for 1,000 anymore?
No, it hits for like 1. Gina, fix disintegration.
I don't know, people were blowing stuff up earlier.
I still hit for like 1,000 when it blows up. But that's just the explosion. So it doesn't do like 2,400 now. It just does like 1,200.
It does normal damage instead of double damage?
Can you do anything with stealth in group play? If you have invisibility, you can, or in the opening. But you can't do it just in the middle of a fight. You can't just go stealth and do anything.
Alright, Spindleclutch
With
or
Shuffle,
Fungal?
you can go invisible in the middle of the fight.
I said with invisibility you could, Benny.
Also, there's invisibility potions that you can use in the middle of a fight to go invisible, so it's not just Nightblades that can do it.
That's true.
Or I vote Spindle.
Well, let's ask chat. Spindleclutch or Fungal Grotto? Next veteran dungeon. Spindleclutch or Fungal Grotto?
Wait for chat delay.
Yeah.
We're waiting. Still waiting. Are you waiting for votes?
Spindle, Grotto, Spindle.
No, there are 6 veteran
Spindle.
dungeons in game. 3 of them are for
Yeah, we'll
VR5, and 3 of them are for VR10.
I got Spindle in my chat.
Yeah, let's do Spindle.
Okay.
We'll do Thunderghoul after this one, and then we'll start the veteran rank 6 ones. Gina, if you're still here, I'll do the giveaway after this thing if you want to do whatever you're gonna do.
What, the V1s or the V6?
Just after this one right here.
Is my character stuck at eating? Oh no, he just eats every time I go into a new zone.
I do that in real life.
I like how my helmet disappears when you start eating.
Poutine all the time.
Okay, so this time we're gonna try to do a the speed achievement. I already have the achievement, but it's 20 minutes to finish the dungeon. So if someone wants to start a timer, we will start as soon as Phase is ready.
Alright, we also do the challenge as well, because, you know, LOL.
Yeah, we'll do both. We're also gonna do
Go
the
on.
last boss challenge. I'll try to explain things as we go.
Try and keep up.
Yeah, I'll keep up.
Whoops, shit, I had the wrong bar.
We talked about loot drops earlier. They are good, and crafting is good as well. Most of the people in this group were using a mix. Actually, I think all of them are, of crafted
Yep.
gear and dropped gear.
Yeah, I think my weapons, rings and amulets, and maybe a piece or two of my armor, just maybe
Okay.
one piece of armor is
How
dropped.
is a Daedric summoning sorcerer, and then someone saying the summoning tree is weak? The first thing to say there is that you don't specialize in a tree. This isn't WoW. You should be leveling all of them. You know,
Summons
and,
are very
and then
bad.
Pets are terrible, but the other skills that are not the summon pets in the Daedric summoning tree are very good.
This is a
Question
mini
is, who got all
boss.
the explosion take?
Yeah, this is a mini boss, and he's basically just a zombie with a bunch of zombie friends. He's not very tough,
What is that?
but he does drop a good blue.
Soul gem.
Everyone needs to stack up with a gargoyle or use this charge instead of leap to center, and I can't bash that.
Yeah, you shoot that air Nibling.
Spindleclutch is ours now.
I'm shooting God, bro.
I got shit all over me, man.
Whoops.
You got hit by the charge.
Did! I don't get killed by it.
I had too many explosions on my screen to see the red thing.
Yeah, that can happen. We should probably pull that pull out of the hallway.
Alright, I was gonna wait. Jeff, are you good for mana?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna go. Everyone stack up on him.
Yeah, here's a big gargoyle thing. He has some
It's a
interesting abilities, but mostly you can interrupt them, the bad ones.
The DPS meter, well, is the DPS part of FCL or FCC?
FCL.
FCL. Well,
Yeah,
there's two
yes.
different ones.
Yeah, so the two are part of, on the right are part of FCL, is my understanding, which is another mod that somebody else made that uses the code from FTC.
Yeah, it's basically
And-
FTC reorganized in a different way.
Yeah, and it works all right. Andrew will be working to add that functionality to FTC baseline eventually.
You okay, Phasius?
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I was fine.
Oh, there is listening to Phasius.
That's conspiracy is fucked up. Literally, it's 'cause I
Jeff,
fucked
can you
up.
res? Can you res him?
Yeah, I got him.
You need to bash him? You need to bash him. Oh, we got rocks.
How does the siphoning two-hander Nightblade tank and AoE DPS sound like? You can make most combinations of things work in this game, and I don't
Ready
think that's one of them.
to block that.
Two-handed tank and Nightblade AOE both sound horrible.
Okay,
to me.
Phases is up.
I'm dead. No,
You're
cave-in
dead
canceled.
again?
I'm dead.
So we just cave-in canceled, so we're good.
No, I interrupted it.
Okay, thank you.
Alright,
DK or
Benny.
Templar can both do in-game tanking pretty well, but they do have different styles. I would kind of weigh the pros and cons there, and then go with what you really like.
Oh shit, we're gonna get rocks.
Benny just got the kill again.
Yeah, I revived right into it, so.
No, not everything's viable, Landry. Some things are just terrible.
So here's a good example of how a healer can carry the group.
Okay, look. I missed the power attack. Got hit for half of my health.
Siphoning strikes
Got
is
knocked
better
down.
dual wield because it doesn't scale its effect with attack speed, so you'll be proccing it a lot less with two-handed.
I think the sorcerer carried the last 20% there.
Wouldn't have made it to 20% if not for me healing everyone through boss damage.
Destroy.
Blow this guy up.
Did you just say blow this guy?
Up. You missed the up.
Okay. I did miss the up, and I was like, no, I,
missed
don't
it
think I
up
want to
too.
blow the flesh at your mouth.
Creatures.
Do you want to blow the flesh at your eye?
Come.
I'll say here's an interesting fight. It's like a dream sequence sort of thing where he summons a bunch of like nightmares and
I'm not alone.
you just keep killing them until you eventually kill him.
With the lack of an auction house, how do you find new weapons and armor, etc. from crafters?
Your guild.
Yeah.
Chat.
Your guild.
Forums.
Chat. MMOs only had, auction house added relatively recently as far as the genre is concerned, and it was really one of the, I don't know, I'd say one of the
That was
first
not overkill.
really features that kind of took away from what made an MMO and kind of started the decline away from social features. So I'm really just excited to see a game going back to, the old school method of not having an auction house.
Is
and
Sari's
it-
actually
it-
communist?
It kind of does have an auction house too. Like,
Communist?
the guild stores are a way to sort of have an auction house. It's sort of like a trading post for guilds.
I don't want you to see anymore.
Yeah, but it's not really going to fill that role. I mean, you can get stuff from the guild, but that's pretty easy to do anyway. And I don't really see people using the guild stores in the in Cyrodiil that often to find their stuff.
I
It's
think
just
they
gonna be too
absolutely will.
unreliable.
I think they absolutely will, because there'll be guilds that'll be named like the Trading Guild, and you'll see that one has a keep, and you'll know they have lots of good shit.
Yeah, but keeps get clipped very often. I think other
Home
other
keeps don't.
avenues like forums and social trading hubs are going to pop up, and those are probably going to be the dominant form of trade.
I don't agree with that, but I think that keeps will still be a good resource for people that don't go outside the game to find.
Yep.
'Cause those people do exist.
No,
And
that's
they're
why
weird.
I said trading hubs. I think you're going to see people
I'll
kind
take
of
care of this
gathering in
myself.
cities, just spamming zone chat.
Okay, so this guy has an interesting ability too when you get to this part. He summons a ring around you, and when it spawns, you can sort of see it starting to spawn. When it does spawn, here it is, it's on me. Anyone who touches this wall insta-dies. And it moves.
You can do good DPS as a Templar, but I don't know if I'd describe it as a nuking class. As far as nuking goes, the Templar's probably behind the other three.
I'm fine.
In its burst
By the way,
potential.
you're way out.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, if I would have touched that wall, or anyone else would have touched that wall, it would have instantly killed them.
Reniat, there are plenty of nukes in this game, in spite of the soft cap. Nightblades are full of them. Sorcerers blow people up very well as well. It's just the Templar, specifically, isn't a nuker.
Sure it is.
No, not really.
Oh yeah, watch these nukes. Watch these nukes after I get hit with
Are
this
you,
AoE.
are you gonna backlash something?
757, 757, 504.
Solar flare?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but
Backlash for 1500?
Compared
Yeah.
to a Khajiit Nightblade hitting you for 1700 with snipe, I kind of
Yeah,
laugh at the
yeah,
700
yeah. That's a
number.
3-second
not
cast. That's a 3-second cast compared to 1.5. So you double my number, and it's a little bit more respectable.
Yeah, but that's the point of a nuke, is that it does all its damage at one time rather than over time.
Well, not if you get interrupted. Oh my God,
I was
Phases, really?
walking that entire time. What am I doing?
I was spamming
I
heals.
walked right into that.
You got hit by like 3 charges and shit. So this is how
The
you
res is,
wipe.
like, right here. So you know what? Let's not make this look terrible. Okay, we're gonna make this look terrible.
Now, kill!
What prevents Zergs from dominating in PvP?
Good players.
A whole lot of things. Yeah, good players. You know,
The
obviously
zone
there's gonna
size
be-
is what really matters.
I wouldn't even go that far. I mean, the fact that it's huge helps, but a small group of good players is going to crush a large group of not coordinated players.
Top leaderboards last weekend.
Is Kamar and Best in Slot, we were talking about earlier. If you go watch their PvP videos, you'll see them going up. Even against organized groups like Mostly Harmless. There's a video of them stomping Mostly Harmless in like a 5v15 or a 5v20, something like that.
Yep.
So good groups of players can absolutely just go in and wipe out larger groups, even if they aren't totally Zergs.
This is another boss coming up, right?
Yeah. Triple flesh atrophy.
Yeah, there's 3 flesh astronauts.
I hate this thing.
Be prepared for more viewers. I am prepared. My body is ready.
Benny prepared the werewolf.
Not that this matters, but AD is pretty dominant in PvP right now in the PTS, and that's because they have a lot more players than everybody else.
Well,
That
we have a
like
lot more
PvP.
players that play.
And better players.
That helps.
I do think the average player skill is higher. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to see Zerg combat, the biggest thing to do is not be in a Zerg, and people don't seem to understand this, especially on Reddit. You'll see someone, oh, the PvP is all Zergy, and I'm like, well, what group were you running? And they're like, well, I just ran with this big group of randoms because I didn't know anyone. I was like, what do you expect?
Just for the record, I was totally 33% of the damage on that guy just then.
Pulse backlash.
Masters.
When you res in or out of combat, regardless of the circumstance, you use a soul gem, and everybody can do it, but there are passives that make it better. Like for the Templar and in the support tree for PvP. I saw you turn into a werewolf. That must be for Benny. In your opinion, is it a good skill line to take?
If
Yes.
you're melee,
It's
yeah.
a very good skill line to take, especially for the passive that whenever you have your ultimate, your werewolf ultimate slotted, you can gain 5 ultimate per damage that you take.
I am
And
using
that
this
really
right now.
helps.
Yeah, somebody just asked, what's Vampire like? And then the next answer was Vampire is very
Terrible.
imbalanced and not worth playing at this time. That is the correct answer.
That's not true. That's not true. If you are a soloer, it is extremely good. If you want
Yeah,
to run
if you
around
don't
and take
plan-
keeps,
If you don't ever plan to go into a dungeon or near a keep,
yeah, like if you're a solo PvPer, it's really, really strong.
but remember, unless you want to kill a Dragon Knight, somebody with a Fire Staff, or a Templar with Vampire's Bane, or God forbid you go through a keep where everybody's throwing Fire Siege everywhere.
You could easily pick up
see.
two rings though that are legendary or even epic that give over 1,000 fire resist each, and they could counter the fire resist decrease.
Depending on how it's set up, I think. Well, the order, at least.
Have we confirmed that it's a decrease to fire resistance? Because the way I've always seen the skill described, it was an increase to fire damage taken.
I
which
think
was
it's
a big
actually-
fire damage
difference.
taken.
I thought it was
Yeah.
decrease in resistance.
No, it says increase to fire taken.
Yeah, but I think it
Yeah.
actually does reduce
So that wouldn't help
resistance.
that much.
I thought someone checked it in the
I don't
API.
know. Maybe. I don't know.
I could
My
be
chat
wrong.
is talking to you. Sorry.
What is our timer at right now?
Someone said 10 minutes just like a minute or two ago.
Nice.
I don't know.
What
We've done
skills did you
really
use to
poorly
level up
too.
your Templar? You're pretty much gonna want to cycle through the skills.
Actually, like for
Right,
my
that's a lot
Templar,
of them.
mostly I use biting jabs as my way to level, and then I rotated skills through to level them up. But biting jabs was my sort of go-to.
I actually didn't use biting jabs almost at all. There are a lot of viable ways to level with a Templar.
No mana.
I'm healing.
They-
Wow, you got killed through heals. I wasn't.
They are playing AD, and this is a DC dungeon.
Someone res him. Someone res him.
I'll get in.
Okay, he's on you, Alex. There's a pool. You can't block it or anything. You just need to
can
run.
stack fire resist to counter the vampire drawback, but remember that every time you use itemization for fire resist, you're giving up, spell cost reduction or magicka regen or both or something like that that, you wouldn't have to do otherwise.
Where's that puncture at?
The vampirism
I got
skill
it now.
really doesn't give you anything that's clumsy.
You
explosions
taunted him as
or
he was
the
doing
drawback.
a damn power attack and almost died.
It hit me for 1,000 because apparently my block broke. I don't even know what happened there.
You weren't blocking from what I saw, but.
Yes. Yeah. People have unlocked the vampire skill line.
Okay, let me
but
interrupt
not a
you
lot
real
of
quick.
people use it
Sorry.
because it's awful.
This is the last boss. He's a vampire. Oh, my mouse just jumped around. He has these victims around. He'll actually drain power from the victims, and you can kill the victims to make him like not gain the power. But if you don't kill the victims, you get the achievement for killing him. The problem is he gets a huge buff each time he does it, so we kind of have to burn him down.
It's 10%. One. Frenzy.
As far as stun stacking goes, I believe you get a unity immediately after you're hit with a CC.
Yes, that is correct.
And
Any CC.
everybody can break a CC just by right-clicking and left.
Any hard CC at least.
And then they become immune as well for 6 seconds at the cost of stamina.
Frenzy.
Yeah, the vampire abilities are fine, but they're not really significantly better than what you could build without them.
Feast.
No, vampires aren't good for anything. They're good for ganking anything that's not a Dragon Knight or a Templar or using a Fire Staff.
Execute him, Benny.
He's
I'm
werewolfing
a
all
werewolf
over
right now.
I'm sorry. I'm answering
That
that.
dude.
Oh!
I don't know why my
He
mic is
hit me
low.
with that.
Yeah, he was about to one-shot all of us, probably.
What's the skill cap like in this game? I'd say it's high, especially on the group.
It's definitely
versus
very
group
high.
level.
Yeah, it's very high skill
yeah,
cap.
Actually, you're right though. I hear people complaining all the time that they can't even progress through like level 10 content, and those people are going to be in for a rude
I
awakening.
got two
Oh,
pieces
gosh.
of the worm cult raiment right now.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I have one or two.
What's our time?
What do dungeon achievements?
Yeah, what was our
Oh,
time?
sorry,
Anyone get a timer on that?
Because I got the achievement. But
Oh, you got
Dungeon
the achievement?
achievements
Nice.
give you veteran experience
No.
and some of them even give you skill points actually.
The quests still give you
Yeah.
skill points. The achievements don't give you
Also,
anything
I need
anymore.
to go to the vendor and sell
Public
some stuff.
dungeons have an achievement that give you skill points.
Oh yes, that's true. The group challenge.
The graphics run really well. It's like wizardry how well this game runs. I don't really understand it. So you might have to turn it down for PvP if your if your computer's not great, but you might not. You'd be surprised.
Benefactor can run the game on medium, and his
What?
computer is a piece of shit.
Yeah, his
computer's
is
bad.
what is the best Nightblade build? That would be a Dragon Knight. I'd probably say Benefactor's build, honestly, first. A serious answer seems to do remotely well with it, which is full stamina, spamming Hidden Blade from dual wield with some defensive abilities.
I mean, it's good.
Okay,
The other really good ones are the giveaway.
I'm gonna do
By
the
way,
giveaway.
when I say
Sorry, shut the
full
fuck up.
stamina, I mean
Jesus
49
Christ.
points of health, not with stamina on your gear.
Yep.
There. Now, no more sorry talking for a minute.
Just doesn't
Damn.
stop.
Jesus. Okay, so we're going to do a giveaway of a Naga Hex, straight from Razor.